Yeah, man, say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Kodash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers out there pushing truth in our sincerity and in our honesty. You know, this is a brother from Jamaica camp. I'm Yashamai.
Ashar.
I war.
Chapal.
I know I do my video and I'm the kingdom of heaven, you know, because you know we're in a time now in Lord the house shine. I basically I want to deliver the elect. You know, now after this, you know, we're gonna rule all nation here, we're finally, you know, can live. Because right now we not really live. I exist right now. You know, but very soon, because you know, this is you know, any day now soon I'm gonna get delivered. I'm gonna basically finally can live here. And our kingdom not gonna be like this oppressive one here. The things that we are enduring in this society are become a thing of the past. You know, all this suffering, all this sickness, you know. All that we have basically enduring daily life, all the madness that we see taking place day and night in this society, all these things are come to an end. Remember that?
This is Revelation 21 verse 4. Say, and Yahweh, shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying.
God said there shall be no more death amongst the Israelites, neither crying, nor sorrow. God?
Neither shall there be any more pain.
Neither shall there be any more pain. So all these, so we are going through now, all these suffering, go back to the curse, you know, in Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Even if us are befall us.
Then time that we can say, with bless. Truly bless, man.
Yeah, scripture now, Proverbs say in blessings there no pain. So it's neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
God, for the former things are passed away. So all this what we are going through right now, all this oppression, you know, people are going through right now, you know, hating each other, because it's a part of the curse too. You know, the woman, you know.
Yet the woman,
God. Jealousy amongst the woman them. All that we come to a basically an end here, very soon, because you know in the kingdom things not gonna be like this here. Everything will be in perfect order. You see, so because the Lord the house shy, you know, the man who be ignorant because Jesus, he might come back set by the earth in perfect order here. Because everything's out of course. You know, according to the scripture here. Remember that? Yeah,
this is 2 Ezra 7 and verse 6. It says, there is also another thing.
What?
A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
I'm talking about the kingdom. You know?
Right, man.
What?
It says, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place, to fall like as if there were a fire on the right, and on the left a deep water.
Because you know, basically, track this part is very difficult. You know, you go through a lot of things, and you're approaching the time now, you know, the hour of temptation. You know, super simple. Give me a Matthew 7, brother, and 13. Yeah, go on, Matthew 7 and 13.
Matthew 7 verse 13.
What?
It says, enter ye in at the straight gate.
Can't you supposed to enter in at the straight gate? And the word straight basically go to a position of difficulty. What?
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate.
For wide is the gate. What?
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Because the way of life, you know, I lead a lot of people to destruction. You know, with the time of Jacob's trouble.
Can't.
No, the time of the third world war, destruction. A lot of people are going to get put to death here. So you must say, broad is the way that lead to destruction. What?
Right. And many there be which go in their wrath.
Many there be that you go in their wrath. Because a lot of people are going to get put to death. According to the measurement, Zechariah 13 and 8, in all the land of America, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and a third shall live to go through the fire. So a lot of people are going to get put to death, yo. What?
Because straight is the gate.
Because straight is the gate. What?
And narrow is the way.
And narrow is the way. Because this truth right now, you know, living in a wicked society, you know, and trying to basically righteous answer how God should try to the best ability. It's a very hard thing to do because wickedness is surrounding on every side. It's a very hard thing to do.
And narrow is the way that leadeth unto life.
And narrow is the way that leadeth to life. So this part's very difficult part, basically tragic. You know, easy if it's drop off. Hard to stay in, and easy to fall off.
And few there be that findeth it.
And a few there be that findeth it. You only elect, going to find this part. According to Romans 11 and 7, what then Israel have not obtained it, that which is seeketh for, but election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So only elect going to receive this, get delivered from this coming destruction. Right?
Again, back to 2 Ezra 7 verse 7.
What?
It says the entrance thereof is narrow.
What?
And is set in a dangerous place.
God.
To fall like as if there were a fire on the right.
What?
And on the left a deep water.
God.
And one only part between them both,
God.
even between the fire and the water,
God.
so small that there could but one man go there at once.
God. See, as I mentioned, very difficult, stay on this party. You see, without your house, Bashim Shai, we can't basically, stay on this party because we not really and truly not do it for what. It's about your house, Bashim Shai, mercy upon us.
Just like can do all things
through your house, Bashim Shai.
And basically, as well the scripture describe this narrow part, man, this based upon having a lot of patience, man. Long suffering. You have to go through that. Patience, because you can't do if you're gonna do something like this in a years, everybody are gonna force you at once, man. See? It's so narrow, man, and one somebody can pass you at a time, man. So you try if 2 or 3 somebody are trying to go at the same time. You're gonna drop off, man. See? So you have to patiently
because
I go through, man.
Because
wait your turn.
Because in this society, wickedness is very easy to do in this society. And righteousness is a very hard thing to do in our wicked society. So majority are go with the wicked way.
Which is right.
You see, but we open pretty how we continue on this part.
The scripture, when you go down to the last part, tell you that it wasn't so, but through the wickedness of the heart of men, the gate was made narrow.
That's right, man. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance,
right,
if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Right.
It's based upon a test. See? The test all the way have to go through. See? And they enjoy that success, man. To get that success when it comes. See?
And the mama saying, so if you want good, then
you have to run. Can. See? It says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. See? So the Lord's people that, man. Israel's portion, man. So nobody feels say you can't, it's just a joyride, you just jump on and it's a joyride you get to reach in the kingdom, man. See? You have to enjoy it, man. The scripture says the servant is not greater than the master.
Yeah, but there is too much tribulation.
Yeah, we're going to enter the kingdom, man. And we're going to our rest.
This is Acts 14, verse 22. So confirming the soul of the disciples and exalting them.
And exalting all the brothers of across the world and push it through in our sincerity and our honesty, God.
Exalting them to continue in the faith.
Continue in this faith, continue basically stay on this path, because we are about to basically receive that price, receive the crown.
And that we through much tribulation.
And we through much tribulation, because according to even Revelation 20:4, certain men by elect get beheaded. For the witness of the word of Yahweh Shemir Shai, when I take the so-called white man, horrify the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and certain brother will get tortured. So a lot of things we're going to go through in the time to come. The whole temptation will come upon us and spill right now. But these are going to make the horrify the microchip, which is the mark of the beast mandatory worldwide. Go on, brother?
Yeah. and that we through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
So through much tribulation, we are going to enter the kingdom of heaven. The person, the righteous, will scarcely be saved. So the time we are approaching right now is terrible. So it will be the greatest chaos or the greatest destruction ever take place on the planet. You know what? You know, hopefully we are part of the lake, we're going to get delivered. Right. And after this, you know, we're not going to ever worry about nothing at all again. In this society, you have all different type of worries. So. If I know bills or something else.
Which is right.
But in the kingdom, we're going to finally, you know, be at peace.
Rest, man. The scripture says you remain at rest for the people of God. See?
And that's an important thing to keep your eye on the rewards of the kingdom.
Which is right, man.
And that keep you comforted in this society. Yes. You know. Not the worldly things, but the reward to come.
The reward to come.
And what we look forward to.
So we're going to get what we see in this world, we're going to achieve much greater than that, man. 100 folds, man.
This is Matthew 6, verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourself treasure upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, and where thieves do it not break through nor steal.
Exactly.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All mine is on the truth. All mine is on the kingdom. Daily. Daily we think about the kingdom. Because the society, the society is finished. Nothing but oppression, as I mentioned, and all different type of things that are here in the society. The more that the kingdom to come, we're going to finally live it. So we keep basically, eyes on the price, as Scripture said.
This is how we keep us alive, man.
God, give me Hebrews, give me Hebrews 6 and verse 10. We're going to Hebrews 6 and 10.
So this is Hebrews
6 and verse 10.
6 and verse 10. Reads, for God is not unrighteous.
For Yahweh is not unrighteous, one.
To forget our work, forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, right, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Verse 11 says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
We're supposed to continue on this path unto the end. You see, because if we don't continue unto the end, we're not going to basically receive, all the goodies. You see, because she said all the righteousness are being forgotten. But there's the end of a thing at the beginning thereof.
Give diligence.
Make a call in the election.
Sure, man.
Isaiah 60.
We have to build faith up here.
Isaiah 60.
It's Isaiah 60 and verse 12.
Alright? Yeah.
For the nation and kingdom. Isaiah 60 verse 10.
What?
So, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy wall.
So this is how I take place of the kingdom. And the kingdom to come. The sons of strangers are going to build up their wall. Hey, we work and butter, starting with our 4 parents from the time of slavery and build this wicked society. In return, the Lord use the so-called white man along with his Eden nation to build our kingdom.
It's right.
It's the kingdom to come, the kingdom of heaven. What?
Right. So, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy wall.
What?
And their kings shall minister unto thee.
God.
For in thy wrath I have smote thee.
God, so even if I say in him wrath, it smote us. What?
But in my favor have I showed mercy, have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
God, so our gate going to open continually. All these Eden nation, they can bring up them goodies, the best of them best fruits,
right.
Best of everything with them have. And give us, They want to be tributary unto us.
God.
Going back during the time
King
Solomon, King David took since King Solomon. You have this nation tributary unto us.
Read the kings where they are with the King Solomon and Queen of Sheba, and when she come, see, I hear all the glory of King Solomon and how statement. You're astonished because them think they would have things, man.
But But tell us it far supersede what she hear.
Yeah.
What she did think in her mind.
Think in her mind, yeah.
See, what she did. So it's let's reverse them again. It said, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be bought. For the nations and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish,
Gone.
and those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So anyone who follow, or part, they might basically perish. Or scripture said they might even come up to us. Because according to the scripture, we have all the laws written in our mind. Even if someone put the laws in our mind, so we're going to teach either nation, the laws and statutes of how wash and shine. What? What?
Says Zechariah 8 and verse 21. So the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord and to seek the Lord of hosts.
And so these heathen nations, as I mentioned, they have learned our ways. What?
I will go also. So yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before the Lord. So thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all language of nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that Yahweh is with you.
And so we are going to basically be the true superstar in the earth. The true starting how shine and down. Because right now, we are at the bottom right now according to the curse.
Right.
So even the Father is going to put us back in the rightful place. So all these nations are going to look up to us.
Right.
No? Give me 16 and 14. So these sons of them was despise thee. Because right now this nation despise us. They see us as nothing. But the kingdom to come, you're not going to be so. Right. 14, I believe.
Yeah.
16 and 14.
Isaiah 60 verse 14. It says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee.
The sons of them that afflicted thee. All these nations have been afflicting us over the years. Especially with so-called white man. Go on.
Shall come bending unto thee.
So they might come bending unto thee. They might bow before us. Go on.
And all that despise thee shall
all
bow
that
themselves
despise
down.
thee, all hate us, go on, shall bow themselves down.
On the sole of thy feet.
Exactly.
And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, Zion, the Holy One of Israel.
Exactly.
And we can add to this is all through the power and spirit of Yahweh, because Yahweh is the one that is going to be exalted. Right? But you join tears, right?
God's
willing, we are part of that number.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yahushai, right? We are going to be exalted with Yahushai, under Yahushai. You know what I mean? And the following order command up. See, so all of that glory we are going to receive, and you know what I mean? He's goes back to the Heavenly Father. You know what I mean? To that order.
This is Isaiah 2 verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the mountain of the Lord's host shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Our kingdom on establishment. How shall King David and down? Our rulership, right?
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
All these nations will flow unto it, right?
And exalted above the hills, man. They mean to exalted above all these kingdoms. See? What you say?
And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
So these heathen nations, they must say, let us go up here, the mountain of the Lord, right?
To the house of the God of Jacob.
To the God of what? Jacob. Right?
And he will teach us of his ways.
So we are going to teach them the way of Yahweh because we don't have the laws, now basically mine. So we are going to teach this heathen nation our ways. Right?
And we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
That's right, man.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshare.
And I'm going to walk in the farming, right and proper way. You know, because he saw he destroying this nation. We have to go to the right way.
Keep the laws, them,
right.
The land Sabbath and everything. You're not going to overplant the land.
I mix seed.
I mix seed. No GMO shit, man.
All anything that get burned up in this destruction. What?
And your spears into pruning hooks.
God.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation,
God.
neither shall they learn war anymore.
God.
We cannot have a scripture, I believe, in Ezekiel, we say, basically, go on and burn up all of these weapons.
God.
Gun.
Yeah, Ezekiel 39 of
yeah, something about it. See,
39 about
17, I think.
no, that's about 1 year to 11. Some of this can't find it at once. What?
This is, no, you finish?
Yeah, man, I finished.
Yeah, so on.
Then we go to the Queen of Sheba. It says, it's 1 Kings 10 and verse 4. It says, and when the Queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom, and the house that he had built, and the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants,
John.
and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, see, and his cupbearers,
John.
and his ascent by which his ascent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in earth. See it? Yeah, me as brother. See? And yes, and she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in mine own land, see, of thy acts and of thy wisdom. It says, albeit I believe not the words until I came, and my eyes had seen it, and behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceeded the fame which I heard.
That way more greater than them time. The kingdom is
right,
way more greater than during the time of King Solomon. The kingdom to come. So imagine the kingdom will be like.
Hey,
quick one,
and we can say this in the act. See way we out here teach about the kingdom, man. And I show people them. And them don't believe it, man. See? Because guess what? As you said, the act the Lord put a block upon them, man. See? Them can't, you know what, some people go off and seeing is believing, man. See? And that's why we have to glad say Yahweh should be try to take us out of this darkness, man. Because of faith, like we are doing what we are doing right now. It's faith, man. See?
I have certain people who have actually see certain things in order to believe in. Just like, for example, you know, Thomas.
Yeah.
So you have certain people who actually see certain things, a certain miracle or something with it.
Right, man.
You look at it and believe. You know, my brother. Let me read this first.
This is 1 Kings 4, verse 20.
What?
Judah and Israel were many.
Because I want during the time of King Solomon, when I live. You know, because after King Solomon dead, you know, we start to split up. You know, until we reach over this side of the world now. That's probably right now. So the kingdom is split. So when that time, the Heavenly Father get us back together. You know, according to the prophecy, Ezekiel 37.
Restore that righteous kingdom.
God. They put us back together as one stick. What?
Judah and Israel were many, as the sun which is by the sea.
The sun which is by the sea. What?
By the sea in multitude.
In multitude. What?
Eating and drinking.
Eating and drinking. What?
And making merry.
What?
And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the Philistine, unto the border of Egypt. They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life.
Exactly. So it's how they live back then. You know, and from them time until now, we've been different captivity to reach over the side of the world.
That was a lavish lifestyle, man. That was a lavish lifestyle, man. And we're going to live a more lavish lifestyle.
And I have
to come, man.
And you have people now, you know, seeking to the so-called white man. You have a lot of these so-called Jamaicans now, you know, want to go to America because for them hope is in America. You have that in Sutherland say flag on America for basically 40. You see, because people are looking so-called white man to help them. But I so-called white man been oppressing us over the years. You see, but this is what happened in the kingdom to come, our kingdom. The Heavenly Father basically promised unto us. Right, brother?
We're going to be blessed.
This is Revelation 21 verse 21. Say on the 12 gates, were 12 pearls. Right? Every several gate was one pearl, and the streets of the city was pure gold.
Because it's talk about the kingdom. Our kingdom of this kind of billion. Gold. Our street are going to make out of gold because right now we have all the gold there. You know? All these Indian nations, especially with the bank in the lead. But the scripture said, we're going to scripture the fast, brother. Okay, brother, go back in that. James 5 and 1 fast.
Alright, this is James 5.
I'm not getting it.
What?
It says,
Oh,
this is James 5:1. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and wail for your miseries that shall come upon you.
God, the bank in leads you. What? Talking about your Rothschild family, your Rockefellers and down. Your misery that shall come upon you because when I time now, when the Lord outshine, I come back and remove them from out of power. And after this destruction, slavery for them. Now start slavery.
You get back your original name. The boy. Peasant. You're going back to be a peasant, man. It says your riches are corrupt.
Gone.
And your garments are moth eaten.
What?
Your gold and your silver is conquered.
What?
And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
God, so the part of what I get to. What, brother?
It says, ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
So them are gather them resources, you know, for this third world war destruction, because you know them want the new world order. They have the new world order agenda, you know. They come after this coming destruction, them come back and rebuild.
Rebuild, man.
You know what them a plan. You see, well, all these gold and all these things they've been gathering, really and truly them are basically prepare for us. You know, you have a scripture now, I think Job 27 and 16 said they might prepare it, but the judge shall put it on.
Hey,
So all these gathering them are gathering gold, really and truly basically keep them for us. Till the Lord the house shine, you know, make them arrive.
Because the Lord said they might go build, but they might go throw down, man. And the Lord give you that time to build already, man. From Renaissance period coming up till now. So anytime your kingdom get thrown down, no more and your kingdom are going to build again, man. It's going to be the kingdom of Israel, man.
Right.
See? The Lord's kingdom going to build. Yahweh Bashim Yoshai kingdom.
Right.
It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
So a lot of armies. So a lot of you will cry. You let cry. The scripture says in the Luke. When be along with them, you shall avenge them speedily. I let cry until day and night. So the heart of our shine, you know, is on him way to become the liver us, you know, very soon. You know, Lord will be a part of the elect. Continue the scripture, brother.
Let's start at verse 18 and then we just go back to verse 21. This is Revelation 21 verse 18. It says, and the building of the wall of it was jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto glass. So and the foundation of the wall of the city was garnished with all manner of precious stones.
Which is right, man.
God.
Right? So the first foundation was jasper, the second was sapphire.
Which is right.
Third.
And the third.
And
Yeah.
the third, chalcedony, right? And the fourth, emerald. And the fifth, sardonyx. And the sixth, sardius. And the seventh, what is crystallite, right? And the eighth, beryl. And the ninth, topaz. And the 10th, what was it?
Yeah, it's like I show you all of the stones, man, and the precious stones.
Right.
The precious stones are going to build the kingdom, man.
God.
So that will show how beautiful the kingdom is. And a lot of these stones, the so-called white man have them locked away, man. See? So basically, and at the time when they're building the kingdom, we're going to get all of these precious stones.
Verse 21 is, and the 12th gate were 12 pearls, and several gates was of one pearl, right? And the streets of the city was pure gold. as it were transparent glass.
Good.
Yeah, man.
So with that, I say I praise the Lord to you, Bashim and Shai Bashim, Kodash. And the blood to the apostles and elders of the stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there, push his truth. In all sincerity and in all honesty, Shalom.
Shalom.